Today I'm wanting to talk about homemade vanilla extract. Okay, so this particular bottle is is about 6 or 7 years old, and this is my last bottle, so this is all of the vanilla that I have left. Um, Several years ago, like I said, 6 or 7, was the first one and only time I made vanilla extract, and I made several bottles, and I've just been going through them, so this is all I have left. And currently, the vanilla bean prices have nearly tripled, if not more than tripled. And so I do have to make some more, but I'm waiting for to find a good deal on some beans. So I just thought I'd go ahead and show you kind of like how I done it all those years ago. It's very simple, very, very simple, and it's actually a lot of fun. Okay, so the beans that you want to get are Madagascar bourbon vanilla beans. And so that's what I have here. And there are different ways that you can do this. I just took a knife and I slit them longwise and just dunk them, put them in the alcohol just like that. You can do it that way, or you can dice them, like that. I've done that before in some of my earlier, the first couple bottles I done, and I didn't really like how it looked. I liked the look of them standing up. I thought that looked nice. So that's what I done there. Okay, but you want to get the Madagascar bourbon vanilla beans, grade B. The grade B, even though normally grade A is much better for pretty much everything, but grade B is what you want for the vanilla beans because they have a low moisture content. There are other flavors, I suppose you could say, of vanilla beans instead of the Madagascar bourbon. There's like Tahitian. I have never tried that, but I've heard it's kind of like a floral taste, a fruity taste. There's also a Mexican, which I would assume would be maybe spicy. But for the traditional vanilla flavor, it's the Madagascar bourbon. Okay, so for the alcohol, you can use anything. Now, we don't drink at all. This this is the only alcohol we have, vanilla extract. But So for the alcohol, I just used vodka because when I was reading up on it, they recommended vodka. They said that it has like a neutral taste. It's just neutral. But they said you can also use like bourbon, rum, or brandy, anything you want. But they said that vodka is more neutral. So, you would just get the taste of the vanilla. So I chose vodka. And they also said that they recommended like 40% alcohol, the 80 proof. So that's what I got. And it doesn't have to be high content, it doesn't have to be high priced. You don't want, pretty much the cheapest will do, but, guess you'd have to use your best judgment. Okay, so this bottle is measured in, let me find it, milliliters. It's 750 milliliters, which turns out to be 25 ounces. Okay, and you want about 5 beans per 8 ounces. Okay, so, for this, you might want like 15 beans, but it's your own judgment. The more you have, the stronger the flavor would be. Okay, so I told you how to cut them up, what kind of alcohol to put them in. All right, so after you do that, you want to, cap it real tight and store it in a dark, cool place for, I recommend 2 months, 3 months. I've read 1 month is good enough, but I personally didn't think 1 month was good enough, so I actually had them stored for 2 or 3 months before I even used the first one. And this one has been stored for what, 6 or 7 years? Anyhow, what else? Okay, so another thing that I like to do, or that I done while mine was being stored, is I would go in there and I would just shake all the bottles every week. But some people, after they've sat for a while, they will strain off all the vanilla beans. You can do that if you want. You can filter them, you can strain them, or you can just leave them in the jar. I liked to leave them in the jar. I thought it was pretty. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I don't know. maybe that was it. Well, I believe that that was it. Okay, so there you go. So that's how you make vanilla extract. And you can use this just as you would any store-bought vanilla extract. Like I said, I've only used what I've made for 6 or 7 years now, and no one has ever noticed any difference. Um, it's just, it cooks the same, it tastes the same. So, oh, I know what else I was wanting to say. I knew there was something. Um, some people, okay, when I made this all those years ago, I had made several bottles, like I said, and two of the bottles I'd actually sold because someone at my husband's work found out I'd done this and she wanted to buy one. So she actually bought two bottles. But the rest I have had, and some people say that, after it's ready, every time you use some, just to refill what you used with more vodka. That way, you always use your beans. And you can do that. Um, However, I bake so much that I go through it pretty quick. I go through probably like two of these bottles a year. Um, and I did that at first. I just replaced it with vodka. But since I use it so much, the beans never really had time to, you know, extract into that fresh vodka. So at one point, it came out tasting just like alcohol. So I quit doing that and I just, threw all the bottles away that were empty along with the beans. So, but you could do that depending on how fast you go through it. Some people, whenever their bottle's empty, they will take these beans and they'll put them, like in the bottom of a sugar bowl or a salt bowl, like for vanilla flavored sugar, vanilla flavored salt, things like that. But there will, if you do decide to continually just add fresh vodka or alcohol, whatever kind you choose, on top of it, there will come a day when there is nothing left to extract. But, so just use your own judgment on that. But I believe that's all now. So thank you for watching. And if you do this or have any tips or anything, just leave them in the comments below. Bye.